Alright, so first off, let me just say that I do not care about fashion at all. Okay? Because all I really do when I wake up and decide what to wear for the day, I literally just pick whatever works for me in the closet and then just go along with it if it looks decent. Because I really feel like getting your own unique fits at a young ass age for something called personality or self-expression. I've never heard of those things in my life. It's just too expensive and takes too much work. It's like, how do you manage to look this unique and get all these $70 fits while also having your parents care about you? Because I know some of that stuff ain't cheap. Alright, I noticed that the second I had to buy something for myself at a JCPenney. In fact, if I ever even tried expanding my wardrobe, then I'm probably just gonna end up with like 3-4 outfits and like the rest looks like I got it from Goodwill and Old Navy. You know, it's like one day I'll come to school with a casual outfit, the second day I'll come to school wearing ripped jeans, Balenciaga looking shoes, a tank top, 2 belts across my waist, and a really skinny jacket. And then the next day wear an actual good outfit. So I couldn't even maintain a good fashion sense anyways. Like the most that I ever do to change my clothing taste is switching from shorts to pants around the time winter comes. And even when I do that, I feel like I'm a new man. I feel like I'm taking major steps in my lifestyle. Not even my friends recognize me. It's like I'll be walking to school, rocking with my skinny pants on, and then all my friends will look at me in shock and be like, oh my god, did you lose weight or something? And then me with a flustered look on my face would be like, nah, I haven't. I didn't even notice. I guess I'm just too sexy for you guys. And then sometimes I'll be so zoned out of my mind in the morning, I don't even pay attention to whatever the hell's on my shirt. Because my logic is that as long as the design looks good to me, it's fine to wear. Even if it goes against my opinions. You know, someone will look at one of my shirts and say, oh, you like lacrosse? Nah, I do track. Oh, you like Nirvana? Yeah, they're my favorite clothing brand. Oh, you like the Cowboys? No, I'm black. Oh, you're against HIV? No, I still watch Pornhub. And because of that, I'm really always that unself-aware of whatever I'm wearing. You know, like one time, some kid thought I was a fan of playing basketball because apparently I was wearing a Kobe shirt, which I didn't even know was a Kobe shirt. So that kind of made things awkward. But to be honest, I feel it's a pretty crazy assumption in the first place. You know, you can't just judge people like that. But I think I care just as much as do with fashion is shoes. Because I do not give a crap about both of these things. Which I find pretty weird, because it's kind of like in the main 5 things teenage black dudes care about. And yet, I still never wore Jordans in my life. But the main reason why I don't care about shoes that much is because I don't really care that much about sports or looks. I mean, sure, I do track and I am pretty insecure, but that's a whole different story. But it's mostly because I would not care enough to spend $300 for things that you wear at the bottom of your feet, and non-shoe fans gotta check 3 times to realize, wow, you do not utilize your money well. But that's only like a 10th of your body for like 10 times your budget. I'd rather flex expensive ass watches and expensive ass Benzes than it would with expensive ass shoes, because at least some of those have interesting purposes. Plus, I can still use the same premium quality shoes I kept for the past 5 years. You know, the ones made in Beijing and I bought off the TikTok shop and black market. Because those are actually made by humble retail workers. Not some fake corporate idiot that's greedy and likes jacking off the digits all day. Because that's completely accurate. And you might be like, well, yeah, not all good-looking shoes are expensive. And you're not wrong. But really, the only cool types of shoes people talk about are either expensive or for sports. And I don't really mind either of them. Plus, sports shoes look crappy after 2 days, so who even cares? But another thing I hate about fashion and outfits is that I feel like it's never aimed towards dudes in the first place. It's like whenever I walk into a clothing store, it's 90% girl stuff, and the rest is just the men's. So then when you look at the small amount of men's stuff, there's nothing there, and it's all boring ass stuff. It's like the average clothing line for a men's section in fashion stores is just one plain white shirt, one $2,000 tuxedo shirt, one plain blue shirt if you're feeling a bit more outgoing, and then some pants. And you're telling me Men's Warehouse is still worth $2 billion. And okay, you might be like, well, actually, I'm sure there's a lot of unique outfits out there for men. You just aren't expanding your taste enough. And to that I say, well, yeah, that's true, but the men's outfits that do look stylish make you look like a bisexual. So what's even the point? It's all dumb, it's all expensive, and I don't care about fashion or shoes or anything else. Because it's all for women and gays, and I'd rather wear my skinny jeans and Skechers to school. So yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.